Well, the park is filling up. We are at Centennial Olympic Park, just a couple hours to go until the fireworks. It is going to be incredible. You can see the people are having a good time out here.
They have their food, they've got a drink, they've got their two-step. That's what I'm talking about.
They've got the sun. Do you see it? It did rain earlier today. I know a lot of people were worried about if it was going to rain on the parade, quite literally. But that's out of the way.
And can I just say, it feels really good out here right now, too. You know, we have to kind of thank the rain for probably doing some of that and bringing the temperature down. But it's not your typical hot Atlanta like we're used to. This really feels good. So if you're coming down, this is the perfect time to do it. I'm telling you, the fun is happening right now. But then, of course, the weather is great, and we cannot wait for this show tonight.
Because I know a lot of people were worried about it being a little bit too much sun as well. If it was too hot to be out here, and I think that there's a nice cloud cover I can see. Again, it's not too hot out here. It's not raining out here. Perfect weather to come. Bring your chair, bring your family. Lots going on. So let's talk about sports.
Okay.
We've got 5 A's for Look Up Atlanta: arts, athletics, accommodations, appetite. Come on, we're almost there. Attractions.
There we go. We know these by memory, guys, I promise. So now we're talking about athletics, and you actually got to really explore Atlanta and the athletics that we've seen really just blossom in like the last year or two.
Tell me what fan base had a better year last year than the people who live here in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
The Falcons tried. The Hawks were great. The Braves were great.
World Series champs,
I mean, the Dogs. I'm a UGA grad myself. They finally pulled it out, guys. We got to take you back to all those amazing moments.
After a year filled with social distancing and COVID-19 ravaged communities in 2020, the state needed a win in 2021. And boy, did Georgia sports deliver. It all started with the Hawks.
We have a squad! Do you understand? We have a squad, man! Yeah!
Nate McMillan became interim head coach during the regular season, and with the motto "Believe," the season took off.
Fires one up and hits from behind the backboard!
Game by game, the team advanced through the playoffs, selling out State Farm Arena. Their success blowing people's minds and taking them all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
No, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not one of those people going, I knew it was gonna happen. I did, you know what I'm saying? But when it started happening, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ride with them all the way.
The team was full steam ahead for the finals until star player Trae Young went down with an ankle injury. The team would rally in Game 4, but ultimately lost the next 2 games. The season coming to an end in Game 6 with a fan base who couldn't be more proud.
Yes! Go Hawks!
The Braves took the baton next. The season opened to crowds eager to get out and root for the home team.
All right, go Braves!
The season got off to a rocky start between the losses and the injuries, but the boys would soon find their stride.
To right field. Garcia going back, looking up, it is gone! A blast! Pitch hit, 3-run home run for Jock Peterson.
They'd take down the Brewers 3-1 in the division series, and then the Dodgers 4-2 in the NLCS.
Yes! We're going to the World Series, baby!
The Braves never faced elimination in their championship run, and 6 games later,
The Braves are world champions!
the Braves shut out the Astros 7-0 and won the World Series for the first time since 1995.
I can't believe it! Tell me about it!
Thousands upon thousands of people packed the streets of downtown and in Cobb County for the celebration parade of a lifetime. In the meantime, the Georgia Bulldogs were in the midst of an unbelievable season.
And they still get pressure and sack him at the 3-yard line.
One that started with Georgia not only beating Clemson, but holding the Tigers to 3 points.
It's blocked. And Dogs fall on it for a special teams touchdown.
The Dogs would shut out Arkansas 37-0, Georgia Tech 45-0, and Vanderbilt 67-0. Fans couldn't get enough.
It's really, really fun. Really fun. Go Dogs.
The Dogs would go undefeated throughout the season until their first loss to Alabama in the SEC Championship, a feeling Dog fans weren't used to.
It does get in my head. It's like a trauma that I can't escape, and I'm just trying to get out of this horrible movie, and I just cannot.
But they'd ring in 2022 with a win in the Orange Bowl. And the national championship game against Alabama brought sweet, sweet revenge.
From the pocket, launching downfield, underthrown and intercepted.
The final points, a pick six.
I'm not much of a crier. When Ringo got that pick six, man, I hit my knees. I bawled like a baby, you know.
Thousands of fans packed the streets of Athens for a parade, celebrating a win 41 years in the making.
And I want to give these guys a round of applause for all they've done for this university. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up.
Oh, I still have chills from all of that. And of course now we're still on the sports track looking at the Hawks.
Look at the Hawks.
A t-shirt can, that's what it looks like.
Oh, they're giving away some
Tori and
gear.
Rodney?
They're giving away some gear. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. It looks like they're about to shoot some shirts off into the crowd, hopefully really soon. And then people are really starting to get them. Okay. Look at the folks coming out here. He must be a fan right there. He's got his Hawk shirt on.
Yes, he does.
That's how you do it. All right, so we want to check in now. Well, let's actually see.
I am a big fan of the t-shirt cannon.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever been able to catch something from a t-shirt cannon?
One. I don't know why I'm a fan of it, because it always passes me by.
This is why we need to go out there, but we're on the set right now. We can't go. But, I mean, if they would let us, I would run out there for just a second. Let's see if somebody's going to catch something. This is a really cool sight.
And I wonder what the t-shirt is, because if it's something that could commemorate this event, that'd be really cool to have something. Or something from the Hawks.
Yeah, you know, it's really awesome. Every time we've gone to cover the Hawks, and then, of course, last year, wasn't quite the same as what they did maybe the year before that. But, man, they've got such a huge fan base.
And I really think people saw the potential of what the Hawks could do when that season ended, like in the package there. You saw people really just believed in this team. You saw how excited people were. And, again, it just wasn't the Hawks. It was the Braves. Who could have imagined? Braves fans will tell you they could imagine, but who could have imagined just being in the city when they won the World Series?
They were always saying that there was a curse. There was a curse on Georgia sports. And then it's like the curse was broken. And then everybody started winning.
Yeah, and the dogs. Can we just have a minute to talk about the dogs?
It just happened.
When they won, I tore my living room up. I was screaming because, it ended with a pick six. And like the guy said in the package, when he got that pick six, I bawled like a baby. I did too, my friend. If you are watching this, I know all of us cried. So we want to get over to Tori and Ronnie. They are out in the crowd where I think somebody might be trying to get a T-shirt.
Let's see what's going on.
Well, I'm waiting on these T-shirts too. I'm listening just like y'all for where they're doing the T-shirts at. That sounds like fun, Lana and Brooks.
But we are joined here with two amazing powerhouse athletes. We have been focusing on sports. You just had an amazing story about the city of sports in Atlanta. And these two women, we have Ryan Howard and we have Naz Hillman, who are two amazing stars for the Atlanta Dream. And it's so special to have you guys both be here. First and second round draft picks. What a stellar sight to see both of you in person. And just to be here representing Atlanta, what does it mean?
It means a ton. I mean, this is a great sports city, but, this city really is about making change, and we've seen that a lot, especially on the WNBA front, really making change, but being able to do that with the platform such as a sport.
That's super, super cool. And what can people expect when they come out to see the Atlanta Dream in College Park?
They can expect nothing but fun and good vibes. Most of our home games are sold out, so it's all good. And, our DJ, they get the crowd hype, they get them going. So when they're going, we're going. So it's just a good time.
Super, super cool.
And right now, more than ever, women's sports is such a big deal, right? And to be able to be at the front line of that and the WNBA, what does it mean for both of you to just be part of that specifically? And you guys are so young.
We're going to be awesome. It's just an elite company to be a part of this, what we're a part of. And being able to do it in Atlanta is just big.
And paint the picture in your locker room. You said you had some pretty good dance moves that I'm going to pretty much show our viewers now, putting you on the spot. Go for it. Go for it. Oh, hey, ow, whoa, whoa, hey, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh.
One more question.
Well, we're going to bring.
What's your favorite thing to do in Atlanta?
Eat. There's a lot of good food here. We've been hitting all of the spots. Well, not all of them, because some of them are repeats, but really good food out here.
All right, cool. Everybody says eat. That's everybody's answer.
Well, thank you so much, guys, and go get another win. We know you will. And we'll send it back to you guys over there. See if these stars end up catching that T-shirt.
Leave it to Rodney. I know, I almost started moving a little bit. Okay, so I think they're finally about to get some shirts. Rodney and Tori, y'all bring us a shirt, please. Catch enough for everybody, okay? Everybody up here on the set. This is such a good time. You still have time to make your way down here to Centennial Olympic Park. Look, the fun is just starting, really.
Yeah.
We got a lot to go.
Monica, Sean, and Rick are here. We'll be right with them after the break.
Watching the Look Up Atlanta celebration on Peachtree TV. Sponsored by Georgia Furniture Mart. Saves you money. Watching the Look Up Atlanta celebration on Peachtree TV. Sponsored by Georgia Furniture Mart. Saves you money.
And welcome back to Centennial Olympic Park in downtown Atlanta. And our city looks mighty beautiful on this 3rd of July. We're celebrating the holiday one night early with a big fireworks display. Look Up Atlanta taking over Centennial Olympic Park right now. And as you can see, lots of people have come out for this great event. The weather is cooperating. It's going to cooperate for the foreseeable future, we're told. And we're so glad you're joining us here on Peachtree TV.
I'm Sean Gables. This is Rick Baldwin, Monica Kaufman. One of the things that you love the most about 4th of July, you are an Atlanta icon. You've been here for years. Everyone is fanning out when they see you here.
But what I fan out about is the holiday, because I've learned so much history. Like, we all sing the national anthem. Did you know that started out, the song, as a bar song?
No.
Okay, let me explain. Okay. So Francis Scott Key was being held on a boat in Maryland at Henry Fort, and then the rocket's red glare, he's talking about the flag being shot at. And because it was bombarded, 1,800 pounds of explosion, and it didn't waver, then he wrote it. But it was a poem. So then they said, well, we got to come up with a song. So they used an English drinking song.
And took his poem.
And used his poem as the English drinking song. And that's what the stars, how the stars
This is what I appreciate you
out.
about telling history, because when you say rockets red glare,
yes,
you think of fireworks, at least a modern person does, not knowing the history. I appreciate you for sharing that.
Oh, but I think it's really interesting because, so few people understand the significance of the song. And then we only sing the first verse. There are actually 4 verses to it that never see the light of day.
Can you sing the unknown verses for us?
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light? And I'll stop there because Angelica's going to do it later.
Angelica Hell, who
she
is
fabulous.
Amazing. America's Got Talent. She's been a 2-time winner.
She's from here. She's a local girl.
And what an incredible personal story, too. She's going to get a chance to share that, hopefully, with us at some point today. But she's going to be singing. That's around 7:55. We're hoping, fingers crossed. But Don Shipman, he is out and about here at Centennial Olympic Park with our over 22 acres of beautiful forage out here. We love the park. It's beautiful. And you've been talking to some great people about the 4th and how happy they are that after the pandemic, after 2 years, we finally get back together.
Definitely. Everyone I've talked with, that's the one thing that they're saying, is that it's fun to be around so many people and not really be thinking about the pandemic anymore. Just to kind of give you a lay of the land of where I am, I want you to look over there behind me. We talked about the VIP section. That is the line to the VIP section. And I can tell you, I've been watching. It looks a little long right now, but it is moving. So don't worry about that if you are going into that section of the park. And then over here on the lawn, this is the general seating right here. And you can see tons of people. They have their blankets, they got their chairs, they're having a good time, enjoying the music. There's speakers out here so you can hear everything perfectly. And then just around over here is where the fountain is. And you can see some people over here who are enjoying the water and enjoying the sights and sounds. I met a couple from Chattanooga. They are here enjoying all the sights and sounds here and people watching. First of all, tell me your name.
Kim Reddish.
And what is your name?
David Reddish.
Okay, so you're here on business, but this kind of turned it into a little vacation. So tell me, what about Atlanta are you loving?
We love Atlanta anyway. We lived here probably 5 of the last 10 years, so we were actually just talking about having a home close to here as we came back today. So it's great to be here.
And what brought you out to the park today? Obviously fireworks, but there's so much going on.
Yeah, just to get out, people, and to be with the people. Yeah.
That's one of the things I've been hearing from a lot of people. The pandemic is winding down. We're on the other side of it, and you're out and about and, get to mingle.
It's so refreshing just to see people back together again. So that's really the key. All the kids laughing and running. We're just watching people dance, skip rope, double dutch, having a good time. So it's great.
Thanks so much for coming on the program. Really appreciate it. And welcome back to Atlanta. All right, so let's go over here because we got some soda, or now that I'm in Atlanta, I got to say, we got some Coke over here. So some nice cold beverages. Look at that. Look at that. We got some popcorn over here as well. We got more people, though, hanging out along the fountain. I chatted with these folks a little bit earlier. How's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
So what's your name?
Keisha.
And what is your name?
My name Chris.
And who's this over here?
Kylie.
Awesome. So you guys all decided to come out here. You live here in Atlanta. What brought you out?
Just wanted to have some fun today.
And to show the wife a good time out here to this Centennial Park.
Fantastic. Well, welcome. Have a good day. All right, so yeah, you see tons of people out here just enjoying their time. The park is huge. There's so much to see and do. Lots of little booths that are set up that you can check out, or if you just want to kind of hang out, you can do that as well. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you very much, Don.
All right, Don, thank you.
Oh, well, we're getting ready to have the national anthem. And I have to mention to everyone another piece of trivia. July 4th, 1777 was the first time celebration occurred in Boston and in Philadelphia with fireworks. So fireworks have really been a part of it since 1777. And then that same year, the Sons of Liberty put on a fireworks show. One more thing about the national anthem that I think you're going to be surprised to learn. Everybody says, it's the hardest song in the world to sing. What other song was considered, do you think, to be the national anthem?
God Bless America?
Yes, and there's one other.
You've stumped me.
America the Beautiful. Oh, yeah. So many people think
that's the national anthem.
Yes, so many people think that's the national anthem. When do you think the national anthem became our national anthem?
Well,
Last
it was
March.
Probably, maybe, I'd say 150 years ago.
No. President Woodrow Wilson actually signed an executive order in 1912 making it the national anthem, but it didn't become our country's national anthem until 1931 when Herbert Hoover signed it into law. So it's still a relatively, quote, new song when you consider how old the country is.
That's true.
The song has not been that ours.
Monica,
but it is
a classic.
It is a classic, but it's hard to sing.
It is.
I think we need to get you your own game show on Peachtree TV. The way that you're rattling off these facts, I love it. This is like patriotic Jeopardy.
I love history. And I said earlier about the fountains that I didn't see the rings working. Mm-hmm. They're working now. So the kids are running through it. But I can tell you something about those rings, too, that you didn't
tell us
know.
about it.
Okay. This is the centerpiece of the park. But it is the world's largest interactive fountain where children from around the world can delight in the water jets. It's a safe, zero-depth pool area for downtown Atlanta.
I love that because when you think of synchronized water and where you can watch a beautiful display, typically Las Vegas gets all the kudos for what you see at the Bellagio, but Atlanta, our home turf here, has major bragging rights.
Well, and our hometown girl is about to sing the national anthem. We are just seconds away now. Angelica Hale is being introduced to the crowd, and she is about to give us her version. You say it's a difficult song to sing.
It is a difficult song
I think
to
this
sing.
Young woman is going to get it, going to nail it.
And everyone needs to stand and face the flag. That is the proper protocol.
Let's do it.
For the singing of the national anthem.
Take your hats off
and please join me in welcoming the Atlanta Symphony Youth Orchestra and Angelica Hale.
Well, she nailed it.
She did.
Nailed it.
I got goosebumps. I served 7 years in the United States Army. This song never gets old.
No.
You're a patriot. You love your country, especially when you've spent time and you've served. And by the way, I protected both of you guys
Thank you for
during
your
Desert Storm.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
But when you hear that song, it gives you such pride, because even though our country has its issues, we are still one of the best places in the entire world to live.
The best.
Well, we're going to come back with more from Centennial Olympic Park and Look Up Atlanta, so stay with us.
Live from Centennial Olympic Park, Peachtree TV presents the Look Up Atlanta celebration.
And welcome back to our live coverage of Look Up Atlanta. We're so glad you're with us here on Peachtree TV as we creep closer and closer towards the fireworks, which we're all excited about. This is a great day for families. It's a great day for anybody to come out here, and there's such a nice crowd, a great turnout, and we're about to be treated to a very, very special musical experience. The Atlanta Symphony Youth Orchestra is playing tonight. The Youth Orchestra was founded back in 1974. You know a lot about them.
Oh, Azira Hill, who's still now in her late 90s, is very involved in this orchestra. She made sure it was very diverse, and many of the young people who play in this orchestra later on get full scholarships to schools like Juilliard.
Wow. Well, they're performing tonight for the big crowd here and for you as well. Let's take a listen.
unless you've played an instrument in high school, middle school, such as these 300 members of the Atlanta Symphony Youth Orchestra, you can't truly have a true respect for the hard work that they put into their performances. I played flute novo. Did you play an instrument in school? Oh, singer. What about you? Did you play an instrument?
I like to listen to music and sing along, but I don't play an instrument, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I would love to be up there.
It's so difficult. I mean, no one would have ever invited me to even play with them, much less the band that I did play with. But the youth orchestra, 300 of these middle to high school instrumentalists, they go through one or more auditions just to be a spot on this orchestra. The minimum age is 13. They do make exceptions for some really gifted children. But for the most part, as you mentioned, this is an honor to be a part of this orchestra. It comes with a lot of respect in the industry. Many of these students go on and go to Juilliard or major schools and come away with a full ride scholarship to play their favorite instrument.
And they get to travel the world.
Right.
And when this is an orchestra, they represent Atlanta. They're based here in Atlanta, but they go everywhere, performing for people all over.
And when the Centennial Olympic Games ended in Atlanta, they performed, and their performance was shown worldwide.
Around the world.
There's a Yo-Yo Ma in that group. You know it.
Absolutely. I think we just heard him or her.
Well, we have so much more happening. You got the best seat in the house here on Peachtree TV. But if you want to come out to Olympic Centennial Park, tickets are still available. There's signs all around the 4 entrances, the gates, which is really interesting. The gates here,
Yes,
they represent our
all
athletes.
for the teams.
Yes.
But there's one missing.
Which one?
The Atlanta Dream.
Oh,
that's true.
There's one for
Dream
soccer,
game.
for the Hawks, for the Falcons, and for the Braves. But then,
And for Atlanta United.
and when you think, well, Atlanta United has one.
They have
Yes.
one.
Yes, but we just don't have one for the Dream. But we
We're
have
gonna-
to remember they came after the Olympics.
They did. But we're going to try to make sure they get a gate next year, because we're going to be here and we're going to push for that, because we love to see women and athletes excel. But not only that, we're talking about the gates, but there's food here. There are so many food trucks with every piece of food, delicious, yummy stuff that you love to eat. None of it's healthy, folks, but it sure does taste good.
on.
It tastes delicious.
It's a holiday.
It is a
Everybody
holiday.
take a little break from your diet. Enjoy in moderation.
It is, and the biggest date of the night, really the star of the evening, is the fireworks themselves. They are going to kick off tonight, 9:30. It looks like we're going to have spectacular weather. We had a little bit of an issue earlier with the lightning. A pop-up shower
But
came.
Look, the clouds have parted.
Oh,
There's
the
sun
clouds are
shining
gone.
through, down, and onto everybody. It's beautiful.
And we spoke with the Georgia World Congress Center earlier in our newscast and here our show, and they said that they had sold up to 10,000 tickets. At that point, they have clearly sold more. We're trying to get an official count of how many people will be here. There are still people lining up trying to get into these gates.
And you still can get in. You can get to a gate. There's a code right there. You can scan, pay for it, and come on in. But, you know, we got somebody else here with us today. They've been out here working so hard.
But they're young.
They're young.
They can work much
do
longer
it.
and harder.
They can do it. And the way you get a brick, you two,
Yeah.
buy it.
Me some money.
Hey, I may need a loan.
Yeah.
Can somebody loan me a
If
little
you wanna
something?
loan me a little something
Then
to
I
get a
may be
brick.
able, then we can probably do
That'd be
it,
nice.
right?
But
That'd be
speaking
nice.
about young people, you guys mentioned, do you play an instrument? And I'll have you know, I did play in elementary school. I had a couple selections from the beginner's piano playbook that I played for the people in the recitals.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Bravo.
And I
Wow.
can confirm what these young people are doing out there is very difficult. It takes so much practice and skill.
It takes a lot of practice, but
Yeah.
it takes, young people who are serious about
Yes.
their craft. And I think that is something that we can see. We can see that and we can hear
Yeah.
that every time they hit the stage, whether this is your first time hearing them or wherever you've had a chance to hear them before. I'm telling you, every time they take the stage, it is just incredible.
And Angelica Hale, she's 14 years old. She just sang the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah.
We heard her practicing. She's got several songs that she's going to bring to people tonight. She was stunning in that one song. I was blown away by just her practicing.
And I'm going to say this, and I say this as a musician myself. Let me tell you, it is hard to sing the national anthem.
Yeah.
That is one of the hardest songs to sing. Monica's a singer herself. She could probably say the same thing. That is one of the hardest songs to sing. So we've heard a lot of people who have tried it.
Yeah.
It hasn't always gone well. But I'm telling you, when you got it like Angelica Hale, that is exactly how you do it.
And these aren't the only young people who are making really incredible strides in what they do.
When we think about the arts,
Yeah.
and we talk about a place like Atlanta, it goes far beyond a blank canvas and a paintbrush.
Yeah.
We're talking about music, we're talking about dance, theater, and there's one place in particular that's tucked away in Roswell that's doing a little bit of everything.
Here at Brickhouse ATL, students are learning the steps of a variety of hip-hop dance styles. Like contemporary fusion, heels, street jazz, popping, and even crumping.
6, 7, 8.
Co-owner Kelly Peters, a well-respected choreographer in the entertainment industry, says, before making his way down to the metro Atlanta area, the Urban Dance Training Studio was based in New York City.
What we do here is we build humans, and dance is our ministry. I wanted to bring that to this community and give them a chance to get some New York flavor.
I got a brand new coupe, I got a brand new ride, yeah. I got a brand new boat,
The studio is for ages 7 and above, and some members of Brickhouse's most advanced group have performed with artists like Atlanta's own 2 Chainz, Beyonce, J-Lo, Madonna, and even Janet Jackson.
We're gonna mold them into whatever they'd like to be. If they like to be professional, we'll do that. But if there's just a recreational thing, we provide that too. It's also physical activity.
With teaching, Peters has a way of igniting the fire within performance groups, building something that will last forever. Something more important than any dance step.
Once you gain confidence, I don't care if you're an accountant or a lawyer, it doesn't even matter. Once you have the ability to turn the switch on, which is that confidence switch, it helps you in life, period. The dance steps are just part of it,
I'd also like to thank the ASO CEO, Jennifer Barlow, and the ASYO.
That's just a small part of it. It's about the confidence. Come on now.
You know what I always wanted to learn? That dance where you do that. Did I do it right?
What is that? Is that crumping or is it?
No, I wasn't trying to crump. Oh, that's embarrassing.
There's a lot. There's a lot of names to hip hop dancing, and I'm like, listen, I don't know all of what it is, but that's why we leave it to the pros at Brickhouse ATL.
Yeah, absolutely. So we did just find out something that we mentioned a little bit earlier in the show. The bricks here at Centennial Olympic Park, you can no longer buy one. So the GoFundMe you were about to put up to fund one because you needed a couple of dollars.
I just want a little help. I mean, I was going to my friend. She didn't want to hook me up. I was going to my other friends. They didn't want to hook me up, so I was going to turn to GoFundMe. But it looks like that won't be necessary anymore.
No, it will not, because you cannot buy one anymore. But you can still come out to look up Atlanta.
Yes.
It's going down. It feels beautiful out here, guys. I mean, the sun is going down. The humidity really isn't even that bad.
Yes.
I like heat myself, and I think it's comfortable.
And look at that. Do you see those little green spots right there?
Yeah.
That's the place for you at home to come on out and fill that space.
Put the bag of chips down. Get out here. All right. More Look Up Atlanta coverage after the break.
What a perfect sound for this evening. As the sun is going down, you see the Atlanta Symphony Youth Orchestra still performing in Centennial Olympic Park. For our first Look Up Atlanta celebration, I'm Monica Pearson, joined by my two buddies over here. This is the only time we get to work together.
I know, you're partners in crime, and I'm enjoying
Sean
all
Gables
this.
and Rick Fulbaugh.
I mean, I love this.
I know.
And I
Monica and I got to work together. Monica and I did the Juneteenth parade, so I was already.
We had fun.
I knew how special it was going to be to sit with her tonight.
And it's wonderful to hear the Atlanta Symphony Youth Orchestra, 300 middle school and high school students who have had to audition to actually get a position and get a role with the orchestra. Extremely talented, playing beautiful music. And as you mentioned earlier, they come with chops, because to actually earn that spot with the orchestra, they don't just play in Atlanta, they play around the world, and they get scholarship opportunities to go to universities like Juilliard.
And some of them have actually, after graduating from somewhere like Juilliard, have gone on to major orchestras in the United States and abroad. So we are training musicians for tomorrow in classical music. And I think, you know, when we talk about scholarships these days, most people think about sports.
Right.
Believe it or not, other than sports and academic, there are also the musical scholarships.
And it just goes to show you that Atlanta is a very diversified city. We are the best of the best. Everyone's talking about, oh, I'm going to New York City. I'm going to watch the fireworks show there. Well, baby, you can come to Atlanta now.
Watch
we
our
got it going
fireworks
on.
show.
Look up Atlanta.
Who needs Macy's?
Who needs it when you have this? We're in Olympic Centennial Park, 22 acres of beautiful green space, and everything that you could possibly want. If you plan on coming, tickets are still available. They've got food trucks that are lined up along the road, every type of food that you love. If you like ethnic food, they've got that. If you want just a traditional hot dog and hamburger, they have that.
Barbecue.
And one other thing.
Yes.
Lots of porta potties.
Yes.
And
You're going
lots
to need
of security. I must say, this feels like a very safe event because it is. There are security guards. There is a major security presence all over the perimeter of the park. So everyone can come in here, relax, and just enjoy. Let's go out and see how people are enjoying, because Fred and Jen are out amongst the crowds tonight. And last time we saw them, they were wearing balloon hats. I see you've gotten rid of the balloon hats.
Yeah, we gave them to our kids.
Yeah, our kids are here, so they saw our hats. We gave them away.
Right. But you know, this is, speaking of kids, I mean, family. That's what you see all around here as it fills up. Just such a great family event. Rick was just saying, you know, it feels safe because it is. This is just a great environment, a great way to celebrate our nation's independence this weekend.
And the fireworks now less than an hour and a half away, and you can see just how many people are here now. We've just been watching the numbers go up and up and up from all the gates. There's still room on the grass, so there's still room to be had, but people have chairs and blankets they're setting up. Almost everybody has children with them. And there was a newborn baby, or at least appears to be right there. So we've got kids of all ages, older kids, younger kids, everyone having a ball. Just can't wait for the fireworks to start.
And that's the thing. There are still people filtering into the park, and there's still plenty of room. It's such a big park. They'll have such a great vantage point of these fireworks. It's the biggest fireworks display in the southeastern United States. It's not even an hour and a half away, so an hour and 20 minutes from now, it'll get underway. Perfect evening for it. Every now and then, Jen and I take a peek at the First Alert radar just to make sure, but we're in great shape.
We are in great shape. And you look at the radar, there's still some storms across North Georgia, some heavy rain, but none around Centennial Olympic Park. And we're hoping it stays that way. Good news is after sunset, those rain chances will continue to diminish. So far, so good. We had a little rain earlier around 5 o'clock this afternoon, but once those storms moved out, things have really improved, and hopefully we've got perfect weather for the fireworks.
Well, we promised good weather, so we had to deliver.
Yeah.
But it's great. Atlanta Youth Symphony Orchestra on stage. They sound great.
Yep.
Patriotic selections from them. So we're having fun. Everybody's having fun out here.
Kids. I'm like, we're waving at all the kids. Hi. Saying hi to everyone. We're seeing if anyone wanted to be, we
Kids
made
get
some
shy
friends
when it
here.
comes to-
Madison's over there. Madison.
Hey,
You want
Madison.
to come be on TV? No, camera shy. Camera shy.
That's what happens.
We were making some
They're all
friends with some
for it
kids
until
earlier.
that moment comes.
Yeah, and then
we'll
they're like,
find some. We'll find some
kids. Yeah. So next time we'll find some kids. We'll have some more fun. And I don't know, what can we do next? We'll have a surprise.
You know, there's so
lined
much
up.
to do. We got food trucks, we got
food
beverage tents, we got
trucks.
everything around here. So we'll be around. We'll catch up with you guys
Yeah, we'll see
a
you in
little
a bit.
Hey, if one more group goes to a food truck and does not bring something back to this tent.
They still haven't brought us anything. Come on
We've
now.
seen tacos. We've seen all types of unique foods out here. If you still haven't come out here, don't eat. You're going to be mad when you get out here and you see all the selections.
Well, that's the thing. You have so many options out here. And again, there's literally anything for anybody. So if you're going for your traditional hot dog hamburger, they've got that. If you want a little something else with a razzle dazzle, they have that as well. So literally a little bit of everything out here for everyone. And this is why this is called Look Up Atlanta, because it literally showcases Atlanta being the great city that it is.
And you never know what surprises lurk around the corner, like the one we have for you right now. The man, the myth, the legend. Even if you don't know his name, which you probably do, but even if you didn't, the voice is what people are going to know you by, Mr. Rathburn. Thank you so much for Rathburn. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. It's good to be with you all.
25 years, if I'm not mistaken, with the Hawks.
Yes, and the next season coming up is going to be one of the best we've ever seen.
Ooh.
I think, after what we did this week, we've got the best backcourt in the NBA now.
Oh, I was about to say.
With Trey and DeJounte Murray, it's going to be something.
Y'all made this was some huge news, actually. Can we just start there? What do you think this really means for the fans, for Atlanta Hawks fans?
Well, our fans, I mean, these are my people. You know that, right? But the thing about the Hawks, since Trey's gotten here, the excitement level has never been higher. You've really got to go back to when Neek was playing. To see the city and the fans engaged like they are now. Trey's our young superstar, and we just made an incredible trade to give him a backcourt partner that he really hasn't had since
he's been
here.
Right? Come on now.
And Trey did something last year that had only been done one other time in the history of the NBA. He led the league in total points scored and total assists. That's incredible. And he's a little guy. He's a little dude. So he's out there doing those things, and he's now got a backcourt partner that I think is really going to give us a dynamic backcourt and a new look. You know, things didn't go too well against Miami in the playoffs.
No, but we're not going to talk about that.
But we've solved that problem.
Exactly.
So they got to come up with something else.
People have been saying if Trae Young just had some help. And so I'm excited to see what he can do with this. So let's talk about right now. I mean, you're out here. You said these are your people. Were you expecting this turnout? I mean, this is amazing.
Well, it's so great to see this city come together. You know, it's been a few years since we've been able to gather like this and have a party like this for 4th of July. So it's exciting for me. I was backstage. The Hawks had a little thing on the main stage earlier. So I'm back there with the Atlanta Youth Symphony Orchestra, talking to these young people, these incredible musicians. Yeah, I'm going to Yale. I got a music scholarship.
No big deal, right? No big deal.
So what happened to my life, you know?
I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, it's incredible. They are so talented, and obviously they're putting on a whale of a show here.
Yeah, and I know some of the youngest could be 13 years old.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
very,
that's
very
real
young.
talent.
I got ties older than these kids.
Can I ask you this? Because, you know, I love that you applaud them for what they're doing, but we have to applaud you for what you've done for the last 25 years. What does that mean to you, being considered to be the voice of the Hawks?
Wow, what a question. It's a place that I hold in great respect. I know I'm just in the chair, right? Somebody will be along behind me, but it has been an incredible time for me and my family to live here and be a part of this community. Every night I get to work with an icon in Dominique Wilkins. So every night I go to work, it's really not like work. You know, it's just fun to be around. The Hawks are a great organization, great for this city. You know, their community involvement is second to none. Wherever there is a need in our city, whatever it might be, food shortage, you name it, the Hawks are ready to jump in. So I'm very proud of that, and very proud to do what I do. Thank you for asking.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. We talked about these young people, the Youth Symphony. We have to leave you with the amazing sounds that they are bringing to us from that stage, and we'll be right back after this break.
You're